Welcome to my complete Daredevil guide, and the best part, it's all packed in less than 7 minutes. I got a lot to cover, so let's jump right in. Here's the plan. First, the settings and keybinds you'll need for smooth, responsive gameplay. Then we'll go over his basic abilities, not just what they do, but why each one's important. Then we'll get into his fury management, and exactly what that looks like, how to know what stage you're in, and more. And lastly, we'll get into 4 of his most important combos, and some variations on each of those. If you enjoy my video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitch to watch it live. Now let's swing into it. Let's start with the settings. I just leave radar sense background brightness as the default setting. Hold the wall crawl and use objection I typically have checked on, as it just feels most comfortable, but also that's something you should determine for yourself. And lastly, for some of his more advanced combos, you'll want a secondary button or something easily you can click for your quick melee attack button. For me, I have mouse button 4. As for the rest of the settings, I'll just scroll down quickly so you could see what I use, but you should be fine if you just copy what I have. Now let's cover Daredevil's basic abilities. Not just what they do, but why each one's important to his kit. Justice Jab is a 4-hit combo, primarily to help him get fury, while doing okay damage. His quick melee we adjusted earlier in the settings is mainly for animation cancels, but also to help him gain fury and for light damage. Devil's Latch is really a gap closer between him and his selected enemy, or a wall. Upon completing it, he also gains fury, and the access to Righteous Cross. It's important to note that until he actually latches onto something with Devil's Latch, it will not go on cooldown. That includes walls and enemies. Infernal Fury gives access to 2 abilities, which we'll go over separately now. Devil's Chain is his better damaging ability, and when up close, it also converts damage dealt into bonus health. It also consumes 2 fury. If you miss the enemy with the main damaging area, it does far less damage. There's also an audible cue that tells you if you hit it directly or not.
Our enemies are near. I can feel them.
Devil's Throw is his ranged option that slows targets that are hit. It also bounces between enemies for more damage, and gives access to Righteous Cross while also consuming 2 fury. Sonic Pursuit locks you onto an enemy, gives you a speed increase and damage reduction against that enemy. If you use the same ability again, it gives you the access to a dash to that enemy as well. You can even lock onto enemies through walls due to his passive ability, we'll go over later. If you kill the pursued target within the limited time range, you then reset the ability, which then lets you lock onto a different enemy and start the process over again. Objection is his main defensive ability. It reflects projectiles and allows you to become immune to all harm in front of you. He also gains fury after using it. It also does light damage if you're close enough to your target. Radar Sense is a passive that makes Daredevil a super unique character to play. At a certain range, you start sending out radar pulses that tell him exactly where enemies are. If he's too far away, he visually can't even see them at all. But once you start getting close enough, you'll be able to see them like any normal hero. Blind Descent is his wall crawling ability. Depending on what you did earlier for settings, you either have to hold it down or just click it once. And you can also use this ability to just cling onto walls.
Let the devil out!
Is his ultimate ability. Enemies that are looking directly at him take damage over time, as well as if they look long enough, they become blinded. It also continually generates fury for Daredevil. His last ability is Righteous Cross. I saved it for last because it's important to know all his other abilities because they give him access to this ability's usage. The 3 ways to get Righteous Cross are after using Devil's Latch, Devil's Chain, and Devil's Throw. Why I separated this into its own category is because after all of these abilities, it's super important to weave in Devil's Cross, either after a different animation cancel and then Devil's Cross, or just straight into Devil's Cross, which we'll go over later in some of the combos. Now that we have all of his abilities out of the way, I think it's best to go over Fury, how that works, how to know what level of Fury you're at, and how to keep track of it. Daredevil has 2 different ways to see what Fury stage he's at. The first way to tell is the very middle, near your reticle. There's 3 different flame icons. If you're level 0, you'll have none, all the way up to level 3, you'll have all 3 full. The second way to tell his Fury level is on the character himself. His horns will start to glow, he'll have flames growing out of his arms, his legs, and his Daredevil symbol on his front will all have different stages of flames on them. Now that we know how to tell what Fury stage we're at, let's go over all the different ways to gain Fury. Both Justice Jab and your quick melee both seem to give about half a bar of Fury per hit. Devil's Latch gives you 2 bars of Fury back, while Righteous Cross only gives you half a bar back. Once you use Sonic Pursuit to dash to your enemy, you get 2 bars of Fury back. Objection also gives 2 bars of Fury back, and also during your ultimate you continually get Fury back as well. So far, not much advanced tech has been found out for Daredevil, but the one we do know about is the B-Hop. It's nowhere near the level of Spider-Man or the Hulk B-Hops you can get, but just uses Devil's Latch on the ground, and then right as you're gaining momentum, start pressing the jump button. With all of that out of the way, let's get into some combos. Up first is his bread and butter combo. You start by activating your Sonic Pursuit, then a Devil's Throw, then dash with your Sonic Pursuit ability, Righteous Cross, Devil Chain, and then finish with Righteous Cross. The rest of the combos will just use the acronyms that I put above, just so it doesn't fill your entire screen up. Next is Bread and Butter Variant 1. You'll do the Sonic Pursuit Activate, Devil's Throw, Dash, Quick Melee, Righteous Cross, Devil's Chains, Righteous Cross. And it'll look like this, a little bit more sped up. Then we have another variant of the bread and butter. You do the Sonic Pursuit Activate, Devil's Throw, Dash, Quick Melee, Righteous Cross, Devil's Chains, Quick Melee, Righteous Cross. The next combo save is your dash if you need to pursue the enemy after they get out of your range. So first you do the Sonic Pursuit Activate, Devil's Throw, then this time you Devil's Lash to him, Righteous Cross, Devil's Chains, then Righteous Cross to finish it. Next one is a Save the Dash variant. It's just adding a Quick Melee before one of the Righteous Crosses. You can even do more damage by weaving a Quick Melee before both of the Righteous Crosses. The next one is useful versus flying heroes. What you'll do is Sonic Pursuit Activate, Devil's Throw, then you dash to him, Quick Melee, Righteous Cross, Devil's Latch, then Righteous Cross to finish him. And the last combo I have for you today is the Tank Buster combo. It's pretty much weaving all the quick melees you can in before any Righteous Cross you do, and trying to maximize his fury with all of his ability cooldowns. So you start with Sonic Pursuit Activate, then Devil's Throw, Dash, Quick Melee, Righteous Cross, Devil Chain, Quick Melee, Righteous Cross, Devil's Latch, Quick Melee again, Righteous Cross, Devil Chain, Quick Melee, Righteous Cross, Devil's Chain, Quick Melee, Righteous Cross. And with that, that's the full Daredevil guide. If anything about my guide helped you, don't forget to comment it below, and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more guides like this in the future, and follow me on Twitch to watch me play live.